Good afternoon, everybody. This is Karen Marks. Hey, Freedom. All right, so I just dragged a bookcase from the dining room, which I don't think you should really have a bookcase in the dining room. It's just not normal. But I've had it there for like 3 years. Okay, look at this. I gave away half my turtle collection this summer because I had a lot of turtles. I had over 100. I just couldn't display them all, and I used to have them. I guess I had them upstairs in a bookcase, and then for whatever reason, I have an entertainment center, and it's got cabinets, but you know everything was like behind closed doors. Like you couldn't even. I'd have to open up the 4 doors to show the turtle collection. That's how much space they took up. I had 4 different shelves. Filled with turtles. It was overwhelming. So I just kept my favorite ones. And then, alright, go down here. I have a few more turtles. Hey, Freedom. So a couple more turtles. Now look at this. This green turtle right here, the plastic one, that actually, I couldn't even tell you, probably like 4th or 5th grade. It's a sharpener. You know, you could put a little sharpener underneath for your pencils. Isn't that radical? That's from Connie upstairs. Her sister bought it for me. When she was visiting. Of course, we have our shark. Freedom and I watch Shark Week. This is a blue-footed booby. It's a type of bird that you find in the Galapagos Islands. We have dolphins, bottlenose dolphins on Hilton Head. Gary and Tanya gave me that card. Then this came from World Parrot Trust. Look, your diet plan. Woo! So important to follow that. Okay, then we have red fronted macaws. And Freedom and I have seen a real red fronted macaw, or I should say, you know, a live one over at Feather Friends Forever, Rosie. So if you have never seen one, just look up Rosie red-fronted macaw. Now, I found these seashells on, not the one in the jar. No, I'll take it back. I did find all those in the jar. I did. That's a yes. And that's from SeaWorld. I got to have lunch with the killer whales. It was just unbelievable. I cried at the end. But these seashells, they usually hold a hermit crab. You have to be really careful. And you notice, you know, some are bleached out. This is a, let's see, horseshoe crab. They molt, I want to say 17 times. It might be too high of a number. But they molt a number of times. And for mating purposes, this might be TMI, too much information. The male will latch on to the female. It's pretty radical. At low tide, of all things. And I've only seen it once. It was really amazing. So we have a lot of different pretty shells. Look at the top of this thing. And I know there's different whelks. There's, believe it or not, right and left-handed whelks, I believe. And I have a really cool Seashell book. And I have a little book that came from the Fripp Island people. They handed out everybody a little seashore booklet, which I thought was really cool. That yellow bird came from Stacy, who I used to work with. And I save pictures. Like I said, now I'm shipping a lot to Gary and Tanya in Georgia, and they've started a couple albums of pictures. I love wolves. I love coyotes. And I got to see a couple coyotes that came from Dottie. Get well soon. That bottle, I can't remember. Feathers came from Michael's, the craft shop. Oh, and look, it's interesting. If you don't bleach your, Freedom, what are these called down here? Sand dollars. If you don't bleach them, they stay pretty boring. Woo! And it's illegal to pick up a live one, by the way, on the beach. This cardinal came from Sue Smith up in New Hampshire. I already did a real nice video with Christmas music. Those birds came from Dana over in Bluffton. Sue got me the owls. Look how fun. Super fluffy all these years. Connie upstairs, my great neighbor. Woo! Freedom and I are going to her house, or her condo for Christmas, thank God. Because she's a good cook. And look, she took this little glass bird and the berries. Oh, isn't this cool? I love it. And then she made this for me a couple years ago. You got your deer, the fox, the cute bird, the wreath. She puts the fake snow on there herself. You got an owl and a squirrel. I mean, look how many animals we have in just on one. And then your tiny Christmas trees. And then we have the northern cardinal here. So she took a bigger birdhouse, painted it, decorated it, did the fake snow. Look, these trees have ornaments on them. I mean, just it's just unbelievable. Me, I couldn't even deal with one piece of snow. I would get so frustrated if it didn't land correctly. I've never watched her do it. I think she said you have to do it by hand. It's not like you're out there with a little spray can or something. I'm pretty sure she said you have to place every piece of snow on there. So that in itself. And then Connie and I always joke that there's no money in crafts. I mean, it's something you'd have to do once or twice a year at like a big festival, and then hurry up and sell everything you have. But we decided I'm not a craft person, but okay, make sure we didn't miss anybody. Woo! Oh, I missed these little parrots. That is a golden conure, believe it or not. You guys can look up golden conure, St. Augustine, Alligator Farm, Karen Martz, and see those. Freedom, you okay? And that's a sun conure. Okay, those are more prevalent, I would say. Look, I still have this card from Gary and Tanya. And look, those are like 1 million seashells that are broken. That's fun. Woo! I know you guys are probably like, why are you keeping those? Well, because they filled up a small jar. Hey, Freedom. Okay, hey, Freedom. Okay, and then we're going to finish out with a tiger. Woo! Because you guys know 2020 was tiger heavy on Netflix. Right, Freedom? Woo! And then we have Jake the salty dog. Hi, Freedom. And then my bird, Boo, was on a ship. Not really. Ha! Superimposed. Isn't that the word? Yeah, you gotta love it. With all the pets that belong to the, that was a salty dog, Hilton Head on boat ride. I love it. Hey, Freedom. Okay, Freedom. Who's being a good boy? Good bird. Okay, well, Freedom says, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, any holiday in between. We hope everybody has a safe holiday, first of all. Hope you have friends and family that you get to see, and hope everybody is grateful. I think that's anybody that's, been able to survive this pandemic, be grateful just for that. Right, Freedom? We are very glad to have our family and our friends, and we hope that 2021 will be a really great year. All right, Freedom, say goodnight.